Okay, let's dive in. It's June 10th, 2025, and we're doing a deep dive today, focusing strictly on the AI developments from the sources you've shared.
Yeah, and things move so fast in this space, don't they?
Faster than pretty much anything else, always building on, you know, recent model drafts, security talk, that constant industry race.
Absolutely. And the material for today really paints that picture, the speed, the volatility too.
So our mission here is pretty simple. Cut through all that noise, pull out what really matters from your sources, and get you up to speed quickly.
Sounds good. We've got a few key things lined up. Google's new Gemini, a bit of a wobble over at OpenAI, and AI actually being used in government.
Right. So we're kind of mapping the frontier, the wins, and the stumbles just using the specific sources you've given us. Let's get into it.
Okay, first stop, Google. According to some posts hitting X today, they've just launched Gemini 2.5 Pro.
Gemini 2.5 Pro. Okay. What are the sources saying is like the main upgrade here? What's the hook?
The big emphasis seems to be on enhanced reasoning and coding skills right across their AI tools.
Enhanced reasoning and coding.
Yeah, it's being presented as a pretty significant leap, not just tweaking around the edges, a jump in sort of core smarts.
So that sounds like a direct challenge, doesn't it? Aiming for the top models out there, like OpenAI's.
Oh, definitely. The material makes it clear this is aimed squarely at rivals like OpenAI's O3, promising, much better performance for developers, but also for anyone using it for complex tasks.
Right.
One source had a neat way of putting it, like giving Google's AI a sharper mind for coding, problem solving, you name it.
And this isn't happening in isolation. Right. The sources mentioned the competition.
Exactly. It's a tough crowd. While they're talking up Gemini's new skills, the sources also bring up that question, is it enough? Enough to keep pace with, say, fast-moving open-source rivals? DeepSeek got mentioned.
Ah, okay. So it's still a race.
A really intense one. It's not just about launching. It's about staying ahead, or at least keeping up.
So what's the takeaway for you listening?
Well, Gemini 2.5 Pro shows the fight for AI supremacy is really heating up around core intelligence like reasoning and coding. It definitely puts pressure on competitors and signals where Google's focusing its energy in this global AI race.
Okay, so that's the innovation side. But your sources also caught a snag today, right? A real-world problem for a big name. OpenAI. Sounds like a rough patch for them.
That's right. Yeah, earlier today, OpenAI confirmed they were seeing higher error rates, more latency, affecting ChatGPT and the API. We saw a specific post about it flagged on X around 5:22 p.m. EET.
And this hit a lot of people.
Yeah.
Millions, the sources suggested.
Seems like it. Pretty widespread disruption. The reports say engineers are on it, actively working to fix things, but yeah, the impact was definitely felt.
You know, when something like this happens at scale, it really does shine a light on the underlying tech, doesn't it? The infrastructure.
It really does. It sort of exposes how fragile some of this AI infrastructure can still be, especially when it's under heavy demand. It's not just a minor glitch. Yeah. A source used that analogy like a sudden power cut in a digital city, which feels about right, given how many people rely on it now.
And is there any word on when it'll be fixed? Did the material mention a timeline?
Nope, nothing concrete that we've seen. And that lack of a clear timeline, well, it obviously leaves users hanging a bit.
So the crucial point here from this outage,
Yeah.
what should you take away?
I think the main insight is that, for AI to become this dependable thing we all rely on, the stability, the robustness, it has to keep up with the innovation. This outage is a reminder of that.
Right.
It shows how trust can wobble, and it really highlights the pressure points in the system.
Right.
And crucially, users do have alternatives now. They might look at Gemini or Claude if one service is down.
Yeah, that reliability point is key. And it links directly to our next topic, actually, which your sources picked up on. AI isn't just for consumers anymore. It's stepping into, well, public services, like in the UK government.
Yes, exactly. A pretty notable development today, also seen in posts on X, the UK government has launched a new planning tool. It's called Extract.
Extract, okay. And what's running it? Any link back to Google?
There is. The sources are saying it's powered by Gemini.
Oh, interesting. So AI directly in government planning now. What's Extract supposed to do?
The stated aim is to basically shake up and streamline planning processes. Think urban development, public policy creation. It uses AI to analyze data, suggest ways to optimize things, make it all more efficient.
Sounds like a pretty significant move, giving planners a super smart assistant. Was that the analogy?
That was the one. Yeah, it really signals a concrete step towards using AI in actual governance. But As you'd expect, the sources also flag that this kind of move immediately raises questions.
What sort of questions are coming up already based on the material?
Well, the usual suspects, really. Concerns around data privacy, how accurate the AI's analysis and suggestions actually are. These are popping up right alongside the talk of efficiency gains.
So, the insight for you here. What does this UK example tell us?
I think it shows governments aren't just thinking about AI. They're actively deploying it now for complex, real-world tasks, not just analyzing data, but optimizing processes.
Right.
And the insight is this forces us to confront those tricky questions head on. Accountability, control. Like, who's responsible if an AI optimization goes wrong? How is sensitive data handled? It proves AI is shifting from just a tech issue to a fundamental governance issue.
And if you pull all these threads together, the new capabilities, the reliability issues, the government adoption, it makes sense that, according to your sources, hashtag AI innovation is trending hard on X today.
It really is. That hashtag is buzzing with chatter about exactly these things we've been discussing.
What's the general feeling in that online conversation?
You're seeing a lot of excitement, definitely. People talking about Gemini 2.5 Pro, the UK's extract tool. Some comments are calling it like a new era for AI.
But surely the OpenAI outage is factoring in, too. It can't all be positive buzz.
Oh, absolutely. That outage is casting a shadow. You see people directly questioning the reliability. Can we actually depend on these things day to day? That concern is definitely woven into the trend.
So the trend itself kind of captures that tension.
Perfectly. The overall mood seems optimistic, excited about the potential, but those reliability worries, highlighted by the outage today, they're definitely there. It shows the public conversation is really wrestling with both sides of the coin, the amazing progress and the practical hurdles all at once.
So that wraps up our deep dive, based entirely on the sources you showed for today. We've seen Google pushing the envelope with Gemini 2.5 Pro,
Those enhanced capabilities.
the real-world infrastructure fragility shown by that big ChatGPT outage,
Yeah, a stark reminder.
and the UK government taking a concrete step with that Gemini-powered planning tool, Extract.
These specific examples from your material really drive home that AI's impact isn't just theory anymore. It's here, it's expanding fast, and it's bringing powerful tools, but also some really significant questions right to our doorstep.
Absolutely. For you listening, these developments really underline that incredible pace of progress, but also just how critical things like infrastructure resilience are becoming, and the complex ethical, societal questions that pop up the moment AI starts getting embedded in our lives and our institutions.
Yeah, it leaves you thinking, doesn't it? As AI gets demonstrably smarter, and as we see it deployed in more critical areas, from these super advanced models battling it out to tools shaping public policy, what does this mix, this surge in innovation happening right alongside exposed fragility, tell us about our priorities? Where does the focus need to be in AI development right now?
Yeah, it's definitely something to mull over, maybe dig into more based on the sources we looked at today.